Okay. Hey there, Daniel. Okay, let's get this one going. This here is a 1/4 ounce lure. It's going to be a bucktail. Okay, let me make sure I got enough of the blades over here. Do I have my blades? Make sure I got my blades over here. Okay, good. I do have them. Appreciate you guys in the channel. Got a few people in here. Oh man, it's been a while since I've tied a bucktail jig. I'm gonna make a big old mess on my table. Hey there, Ernie. Ernie, how's it going there? Welcome in, everybody. How's it going there? Lou, how are you doing? Welcome in, everybody. How are you guys doing today? That John, how you doing there, John? I got to see my grandson here for a little bit. I had to move I got a big old vise in the shop that I moved. I got this oil all over myself. And no, I did not say I soiled myself. Yep. Hey there, E-Ray. Had a wonderful catch-up. Yep. I don't know what we're doing tonight for dinner. Doing dominoes. I haven't played dominoes in years. I'm gonna say years. It's probably been about a year and a half or so. I think the last time we played dominoes, we were down on Padre Island. We went down there with my daughter, my son-in-law, my wife. This here is a 1/4 ounce, and as you see, it's going to have an underspin. On this one here, I will put resin, and it's because it's a bucktail. The knot's good. I just know with a bucktail, it's probably going to catch a lot of bass. And it does have bucktail on it. Okay, let's get us a blade. Where did I put the blades at? Oh, there they are. These are going to be going to, I can't remember what state. There we go. Put this in the package real fast. This will be going over there to the desk, and it'll be going out the door tomorrow. I got another one here I'm going to tie up, and it'll be going on the wall. I am going to be working on some more of these underspins. I totally forgot Buck, yeah. Well, you guys could call me Uncle Buck today. No, I'm only doing this and another one, and then we're going to go back down to the 16th ounce. Yeah, this is from the old mold now. I had a mold, I have 2 different 1/4 ounce molds with this certain size of pill head. And this is from my old mold. And the old mold would be for these lips there. The new one doesn't. New mold. Well, I have 3 molds, 3/4 ounce. Yeah, that's, almost forgot. I do have the 1/4 ounces, but with this dimension of head, I call it the big head. I have, I think, 3 of them. And They all have different, a couple of them have collars, and I've kind of changed them up a little bit. But the one like this, it takes the barb off, but it leaves that lip there. I'm going to try this way. Let's see. Hey, Brian, if Ruben finds a better way to tie, then he'll use it. No particular reason, just what works best for him. Oh, yeah. What'd Brian say? You missed my question. Why did you run hair past the jig head and cut it off? Normally, I put it under the head and no waste. Oh, there's a couple of different ways. Some people, and I'm just going to cut off a piece here. I got tons of bucktail. Okay, some people will go ahead, and I'm putting it in a stacker, so I'm just using a small amount right now. There's a couple of different ways to do it, and there's no right way or wrong way, no matter who tells you, you know. Again, I am somewhat self-taught. I had nobody teach me how to do stuff. And so you're going to find out whether tying bucktail, squirrel, raccoon tail, whatever you tie, you're going to find out some things will work best for you and some things don't. So I have this, let's just imagine it's a lot thicker, okay? So what some people will do is they'll take that long piece like that and they'll do a couple of wraps and then they'll cut it. Some people will put an angle on their cut when they do it. Some people don't. Now in this case here, because you got this lip right there, what I'm doing is, and that was, I think that was part of what I was going to somewhat teach or tell everybody about. Sometimes you get these heads that have a lip there, and the lip there a lot of times is for the silicones. And again, depending on what mold you get, I do have a mold for a bullet head jig, and that bullet head jig on the spin cast is a little bit different than on the do-it mold. The do-it mold will not have this portion here, this collar. Okay, on the one that I have for the spin caster, for the 1/4 ounce or the 5/8 ounce jig head with the bullet head will have a collar on it. Now the collar, and a lot of times, is for the silicone legs to wrap around it, and that's for that case, you know, in that case for that. So in this case here, where you have this lip right here, the collar, I went ahead and made it just a little bit different. Again, I'm gonna, with this one here, I want to make this one a little different than the other because of this lip there, or this collar. So again, some people will wrap their thread around and they'll cut it off at an angle. You can do that. Some people, let's just say this collar wasn't there. Some people like me, a lot of times I'll take it and I'll cut it right here and I'll just pinch it on there. Some people are really good at that. Some people aren't. So when I throw that out there, some people will say, well, no, that's the wrong way to do it. Well, it just depends on how you want to do it. What's best for you when it comes to cutting bucktail. See, I cut this one here to the length, and you can do it however you want. Whatever makes it work for you is great. Some people were taught a certain way, so to them that's the gospel in that manner. There is no Bible on jig making. You know, I'm just letting you guys know. With the Bible, what talks about Jesus and God and the Old Testament and New Testament, there's a Bible for that. You got to be as right as you can be when it comes to things like that. And it's called doctrine. So when it comes to jig tying doctrine or fly tying doctrine, there's a lot of different ways to work around some things. And again, there's no gospel to fly tying or lure making. There are some things chemically when it comes to plastics and plastisol, and it's because it's a bunch of chemicals you're dealing with. It's basically like a cookbook and a recipe. Dealing with stuff like this, you know, again, people handle things a little bit differently. So what I'm going to do with this one right here is I'm going to dab a little bit of glue on this one here because of the collar, where I didn't do that on the last one because I do trust my wraps. And I trust my wraps very well, where I'm just going to add a little bit of that. I'm going to throw some UV light on there. It doesn't mean it's going to hold on there like concrete, but it is going to hold on there pretty good. And it's just like when we get down to me making crappie jigs and neck hackle jigs and marabou, some people will put the glue down, and that may give them a little bit more confidence. Some people won't. So I don't know if that answers your question. No. No. And when you're questioning me, it's a good time to talk about it, because I don't think you're saying I'm doing it wrong or right. Sometimes people want to know why I'm doing something. And again, some people, by the way they're asking, sometimes in the messaging, I don't want to say it's malicious. Sometimes it's just I do some things different than other guys do. So no, I don't take it as that. There's no offense to that. A lot of times it takes a lot to offend me. Part of that is because of my naivety. Part of that is my stupidity. Part of that is I just don't care sometimes, you know. No, I don't take it that way. It's just people do things differently at times, and some people, you know, again, you watch some people and they're laying bucktail down, and they're going to do a wrap like this, and they'll go ahead and do all their tying. In fact, they'll tie it back just a little bit like that. They'll come over here, do this, and then they do their cut, and they're cutting it at an angle. And again, I don't think that they're meaning that that's correctly, you know, that's the way to do it. But some guys do. Some guys do it. You do it my way, or it's the highway, or that you do it that way, and anything different is wrong. Again, this jig here is going to be able to catch a lot of fish with it. So I don't mind questions. Sometimes I use the questions as a teaching opportunity. A lot of times my teaching opportunities are to let you know there's other ways to get around of doing things. What's that saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Is that the correct term, John? Lou? Do you guys know there's more than one way to skin a cat? Because I could teach you from personal experience. No. I'm messing with you guys. Uh-oh, I think somebody's coming in the shop. I think I see a little boy at the window. What are you doing? Can you put these over there? What you got for me, buddy? You want to say hi to everybody?
I want my Facebook video.
Oh, that's my little baby boy. It's up there. His pole's right up there. The blue one? I may have a hook on there. Okay. You want me to cut it off? Okay, watch out. Don't go grabbing. Is he just going to practice casting or?
Yeah. We got these things to go on it.
What is it?
The little weight practice plug.
Oh, so does he need this sinker on there too or no?
He didn't need any of it on there.
Oh, he wants that on there?
Yeah, so he can cast.
Okay. Yeah, that. Ooh, I could use this pretty soon. What are you going to do with this, Ezra? You going to practice your fishing? Okay. Yeah. And I'm getting blind, Steph. I need some new glasses.
Make an appointment.
Where?
Wherever you want to go.
What if they don't take my insurance?
Ask them.
I don't even know our
I
insurance.
gave you a card. Make your own appointment.
You take care of me all the time, honey. Oh, what's all right?
It's fine. It's fine. You can twist it.
No, I got the lure.
Oh, okay, go get the pole. We'll just wait. Just wait. Come sit with me.
What are you going to try to catch, Ezra?
Got it ready?
Okay, here we go. Watch out. Don't go. Yeah, I don't want him to hit the window.
He's not. He's not going to throw it in here.
Well, he's a
Go
kid. I would.
It's because you're naughty.
I'm naughty.
You're not naughty, are you?
No, I agree, Ruben. Yeah, she does. She takes good care of me. My wife takes care of me. In fact, she's my caretaker. She's nodding her head. No, but no, my wife is awesome. She doesn't seem so at times, but she's a pretty good lady most of the time. So his mom and dad, my daughter and son-in-law, they work with the teens at their church. And our church doesn't have church services on Wednesdays, like a corporate church, but they do have a youth group. And my son-in-law, Tyler, and my daughter, they help out with the teens. So they're with them tonight. So I'm hoping maybe we get Ezra every Wednesday night. That'd be good. Oh my goodness, it just reconnected. Brings Turner milkshakes and pizza. Ooh. Yeah, my wife brings me burritos and tacos and burgers. Okay, let's go with this. So I should have left that other jig out of the package because they do both look the same. They do both look the same. So if you do have a rotary vise, one of the things for you guys is I take a Sharpie and I put marks down. The marks will show you, it is basically a good guide. The very first vise I had did not look anything like this. And I used a template and I would hold it up and because I didn't know better back then. Yeah, I do sell these. We have a website, and matter of fact, there's a link right down there on the bottom. Now, Lou and Clint and John, then we talk about food for 5 minutes. Yeah. Let me see here something. Okay, yeah. Can you guys, as managing moderators, can you guys pin something up? I didn't know if you guys could do that as a managing moderator. I'm still learning some of the roles for managing mods. What kind of, I use SolarRes for these. I use SolarRes here, and over there when I do the eyes, I use Gulf resin. And then sometimes I thin out the Gulf. There is another resin here. It's not a resin, but it's basically from SolarRes, and it'll thin out your resin. Okay, I didn't know. I did not know that. Okay, I'm gonna pin John's up there now to kind of do that. I wish that they could pin. I know in other apps, if you're a moderator, they'll let you pin stuff up. And that is very helpful when I'm out fishing. And I got a lot of fish slime on me. I'm hoping that by this time next week, I'm going to be out fishing. So anyhow, let's go. We're going to switch over to, these are the saltwater jaws. We do sell the saltwater jaws on our website as an accessory. But I'm getting ready to pull out the Peak Vise with the standard jaws. And these are the Peak Vices with the standard jaws. Yeah, we do have a website. We got a link in the bio. The D-arm does this there, Lou. Now, it does not come with this. This is a, I need to get some more of these in so that we can sell them. The D-arm does this. I'm going to show you guys something here because, Lou, you're going to need this information too. Okay. That one works with that. Okay. This is what the D-arm does. The D-arm allows you to take this and twist it. Without this, you're twisting it like this, and you're doing that. This is how you put the D-arm on. Let me see if I can find. It's going to come with its own Allen wrench. And you could put the D-arm pretty much anywhere on the handle you want. When I first got the, yeah, this has been on here so long. When I first got the D-arm, I put the handle down here. I'm trying to wiggle this loose. This has been on here so long and it's hard to take off. There we go. Yeah, it's not going to want to come off. I'm just going to leave it there. But what you do is you got this screw, you got this washer, and you basically slide it up the shaft. And again, I've had this on here for so long that it does not want to come loose. I imagine if I sprayed some release on it that it would come off. But I put mine up here because I don't have to turn it like that. I can turn it a little bit faster. And that's how that part goes on there. You tighten it up. Now this here, I'm going to show you guys this because Clint had asked me this a while back. Clint got himself a new Peak Vise when you do order a peak vise, it comes with the bobbin cradle. And so when you do get your peak vise, it's not going to come with these brass nuts on there. I put that one on there because I had these as an accessory. These will come with the peak vise. The plastic, they'll last forever. These things will last forever. So when you do get your peak vise in, it'll come in loose. It'll come in separate. And you take your peak vise. When I first got mine, I tried to clamp it on there and it would not clamp. So what you do is you take this piece, you put it through the bottom, and it's made to go through the bottom. And you set this however you want with the bar right over here. You can set this however you want. If you want it like that, I kind of leave it a little bit snug, but then you go ahead and tighten up that bolt that's back here, and it'll hold in place. You can move it up and down. It grips on there very good. Again, I've tied, with the peak vise, I've tied over 500,000 jigs between both of these peak vices, and it'll last a long time. Now, with the nut here, you can also slide it in, and it's basically just for that, to slide your length on there. I like putting mine out there quite a bit, and that way, when I do swing it around, it moves very well, and it works very good, put it that way. Lou is getting a vise here pretty soon. She just bought one here. Was it this last weekend? She went ahead and made the step and went ahead and bought a vise. She took the plunge, as we say here. Yep, she went ahead and went straight through me, like a knife through hot butter. No, she and Stephanie were trying to figure out how to use different apps to pay for it. Apparently, some of the apps that are in New Zealand do not work here, and then likewise, some of the apps here do not work in New Zealand. And we went ahead and just made her an invoice and emailed it to her, and she paid it. And she'll be getting other stuff here pretty soon too. So if somebody wants to donate towards the cause, you guys are welcome to contact me, and if you guys want to buy anything for Lou. I'm just saying. Look at that, I forgot to tighten this up. Have I had anybody in here named Colby? I've had a lot of people in here named Colby. We've had Colby Smothers, we've had Colby Lindholm, we've had Colby Masden. Yeah. This here is the Midnight. We are going to be getting some new colors of chenille in. I had the company make me a black rayon tinsel chenille with red tinsel in it. And we'll be getting that here. There's a good chance we may get it tomorrow. So either tomorrow or Friday, we'll have some new colors of chenille. My back has been a lot better lately. It still hurts, but at least it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. Yeah, so I'm hoping next week I'll probably go out on either next Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to try to go fishing. I'm going to try to go this weekend. I don't know if I'll get to, because I don't know what. Well, I say Monday or I can't go Monday or Tuesday. No, I can't. I'm going to try to go this weekend. I forgot I have jury duty on Monday. I totally forgot about that. Again, I hope it's not a long thing that I have to go to and it's going to take me from work. I did leave a message with them today, but they never got back with me. I sell 210 denier thread. Do I sell the D-arm? Yes, I do. We do have the D-arm in stock. I think we have 2 or 3 of them in stock. We used to sell the D-arm with the vise, but we went ahead and started selling them separate. And so we started doing that here a few months back. And part of it was there were a lot of people that have the peak vise, but they don't have the D-arm. And then there were people that they wanted to buy the vise, but they didn't want to buy the arm. Oh my goodness. That's for the D-arm for Lou. Oh, good. Let me write that down on 2 different places there. That is there for Lou. Yeah, let me get that going here. I appreciate you. Hey there, Victoria. You guys throw some W's up there for Mr. John C. We are, I'm planning on maybe doing a mod meeting for the people on YouTube that want to join, because we've had some things get brought up. And I guess we could do it somewhat here, but on our Discord, I'm setting up a channel for the mods, for YouTube mods. Now, our YouTube mods are not the same as our Discord mods. And I'm trying to set up something to where we can have a corporate phone call, I guess to say, to where we can talk about some issues and things like that. So I'm creating a channel on our Discord that are just for the YouTube mods. And again, you guys are welcome to join our Discord. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is sometimes we get people trolling. And a good way to help out with that is for the mods in here to go check out the profile of those people that are coming in the chat that are creating a disturbance. And I know some of those people may need to be weaned out, but if somebody could check out the channel, that way, if they do get hidden or blocked or whatever, and they do come in under a different profile name, you guys can start putting the pieces together in the puzzle and start realizing that, you know, this is that John C. guy coming in again. He's coming in under the name Mary Lou because his profile matches, you know. So I'm just hypothetically throwing that out there. You guys that are mods, if you guys are seeing something suspicious, click on that person's profile, go to their channel, and see if you know who they are a little bit. You know. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. I created a channel, but I just haven't connected up for the calls yet. So we're gonna get that done here soon. I'm very fortunate. I didn't know that my younger son Jalen knows all about Discord. So he's kind of helping us through that, and then I got some other friends of mine helping me too. This here again is the midnight jig. I'm so sorry. No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. We'll do on a different time. I know everybody has schedules, and more importantly, everybody has a life. Yeah, I'm not gonna press anybody to be there. Double A, welcome in. I know I'm missing some hellos to everybody in here. I will be live in the morning. I'll be here in the shop making lures for everybody. If you are brand new, make sure to subscribe. I'm only going to do a couple more jigs, and then I'm going to take off the rest of the evening because I want to spend a little bit of time with my grandson. I do appreciate everybody in the channel. We got Remington in here. I tell you what, we took off that discount code, and man, we just keep getting orders. We just keep getting orders. We are going to bring back the discount code here soon, and what we can do in the future, we're probably going to put a discount code for certain categories, like fishing line or circle hooks. We do still have our circle hooks on sale. They're $4.99 a pack. But we're able to do stuff without an overall discount code. We'll be able to put discount codes for certain items that we really want to push. Yep, welcome in everybody. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, you guys are free to ask me. I won't tell you this. Try to keep it fishing related. Again, I don't mind some personal questions, but sometimes people come up with some of the craziest questions. A lot of times I'm pretty free and open about everything. How would I put that? Uninhibited? Is that the way to put it there? Unrestricted, open. Okay, there we go. I know I haven't pulled that word out of my bag in a few years. I think I heard that word for the first time by Lauren Bacall on some kind of a commercial. This color here has been one of our top selling jigs for years. I don't know why I came up with the Midnight name, but it stuck. Now we got a couple of other guys that tie jigs, and they sell jigs and they call it the Midnight too. I don't mind that at all. Some people want to claim everything. I do actually own some names that somebody wants to make this jig and call it the Midnight. They are free to do so. $84 watching, is that right? We got 82. We got 28 likes, guys. Yeah, we just don't get a lot of likes. I'm not one to really beg for likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. No. This is one of my favorite colors to fish with. We do have our peanut butter and jelly jig and the Renegade jig. They are on sale. You can get a 3-pack of the round heads, no eyes, for $4.99. You can get the ones with the eyes for $5.99. Victoria is one of our newer mods, and so you guys also make sure to welcome her in. But that's me. Oh, yeah. I like hearing your name because I can easily identify. Yep, it's Ruben. Up. In respect, I'll create a lure. Yeah. What's the best knot to tie? I'll tell you what's the best knot to tie is somebody else's jig on your fishing line. That's the best knot to tie. No, I tie a couple of knots. I tie a super clinch. Are you talking about the knots on a fishing line? Or are you talking like the knot that I'm using right now? Yeah, let's get that straight. Let's see. Crazy Alberto, if it's a mono to braid. Oh my goodness, you're pulling out all kinds of stuff. No. I do tie a crossover hitch on this. When I do tie jigs on, I just keep a simple fisherman's knot, which is basically a clinch or a super clinch. And then if I tie a top jig, or if I'm doing 2 jigs, a lot of times I'm tying basically a drop loop knot, and that's what I use for the top jig. I had an old guy teach me that 14, 15 years ago. I don't even know if Leroy's still living, but he's the guy that taught me the drop loop knot. I also use the drop loop knot when I tie a Kentucky rig and I'm catfishing. Some of these people get really wild and crazy with their knots. Some of them look pretty cool. Yep, some of them look pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Here's my crossover hitch. I only show it out once a year, guys. Once a year I show this knot. Here's a regular hitch. Some people call it a half hitch. Here's my knot. You got to do this with the finger here, okay? And cross it over, wrap it again. Cross it over, wrap it again. Okay, that's it. That's it for the year. I'm not showing that knot again this year. No more. Matter of fact, I may wait 2 or 3 years till I show that knot again. All kinds of knots with my peak. Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple of different types of knots. There's another knot that I use, and I do a knot with my fingers too. But there's also another knot that I use with the whip finisher, and I have no clue at all what it's called. I don't even know if anybody else does that. But when I started watching people tie, I don't think I've shown a couple of people that knot since I started doing live streams, and now I think they tie it, but I don't see, especially from a lot of our competitors, and nobody else ties that knot. You stinker! It's easier to see, much bigger and brighter. Yeah. So, guys, that's going to be it for the evening. I'm going to take the rest of the night off. I'm going to go hang out with the kid. Go hang out with Milady. And I'll see you guys later. You guys be good. Thank you for watching. Good night. Good to see you. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.